Good morning, I hope everybody's well today. Thank you for joining me. I thought we'd do a little day in the life today. It is Thursday, April the 8th, I believe. I've just checked that. Wouldn't have known it if I hadn't checked it before I switched on the camera. And I've got quite a busy day of Easter preparations for we're hosting a family party on Saturday, and we've got people to stay. Will's coming down for the weekend with his girlfriend, and my mum's coming. So yeah, I've got quite a lot to get done today. So it is now 8:25. Up, showered, dressed, makeup done. I've got a dentist appointment at 9:30, so at the moment I'm just doing my morning admin on the computer and getting my parcels wrapped. I've got one more thing to go and locate, two more things actually, and wrap up, and then deal with my emails and write a shopping list. So I'm going to do all that and I'll come back to you when I've done it. Right, it's about 9:10. I've just set the robot vacuum to do a good clean of this room while I am out. As I said, Will's coming home tonight, so I've just been in his room to open the window to get some fresh air, and it hasn't been opening the window to get some fresh air in weather recently, has it? So when it is, it's good to make the most of it. And his room smelt really stale, so I've decided to wash his bedding to just freshen it up a bit. I think just because no one's been living in there, you know. And yeah, so I've put that in the machine with some other bits and pieces. So I've put that in the washing machine, so I'm doing a wash. That should be ready to hang out by the time I get back. Fingers crossed it's not going to rain today. It's not due to, but it's looking changeable out there, shall we say. Right, time to go out. Just want to take a couple of minutes to introduce you to today's sponsor for today's video, which is Zuvi Life, who produce the Zuvi Halo hairdryer. Now this is a very innovative new type of hairdryer. My hair has changed so much as I've got older. It's coarser, I've got grey coming through. I dye it obviously, but I've got a lot of greys coming through. And I find that my hair gets damaged more easily and certainly is drier these days. So anything that I can use that I feel will help with the condition of my hair is definitely very welcome. Also to make it shinier, I feel like it is drying it really shiny at the moment. It looks in pretty good condition and it feels like it's shiny. And I've also noticed that these little frizzy bits that pop up on the top that I've talked to you about many times before, have improved with using this. That's not perfect, certainly not perfect. I don't think they'd ever be perfect, but there's definitely fewer of them frizzing up. And I feel like the style stays in quite well as well for a couple of days, which again is really good. Now, unlike traditional hairdryers which use extreme heat to dry our hair traditionally, the Zuvi Halo uses a mixture of infrared light and low heat, so it is far less damaging to our hair. It claims to make your hair shinier, less damaged, and allows your hair to retain more moisture, therefore keeping it in better condition. Now, my immediate thought was, oh my goodness, this is going to take ages to dry my hair, isn't it? However, that is not the case at all. I was really pleasantly surprised. I would say it does just exactly the same time-wise, if not a little bit better than my traditional hairdryer. This is what it looks like. It feels beautiful quality. It's not super heavy, although it's quite chunky here on the top. It doesn't feel super heavy. That was another thing I was concerned about because my traditional hairdryer is quite light. I don't like holding it up for ages, but this does feel quite light. I certainly didn't find that my arms were aching by the end of drying my hair with this, which is a definite bonus. The controls are on the back here. You've got an on-off switch, and then you've got 4 different modes. I don't know how well you can see those, so I will just go through them with you. You have a care mode, a fast mode, a soft mode, and a style mode. It comes with 3 different attachments. Diffuser type attachment for if you want to dry your hair more curly or wavy. This one is a sensitive scalp attachment, which diffuses the heat as it comes out, the heated air as it comes out, and so for anybody with a sensitive scalp, sometimes the heat of a hairdryer can be a bit much, can't it? That really helps. And then a styling attachment. I love how the attachments go on. I'll just show you with this one. they magnetise on. It's so simple. There's no screwing it on or to making sure you've got it in the right, you know, the right bit. It's just so super simple. They just clip on like that, which is one of my favourite little things about it. So I start off with, I'll put these side by side up of it in use here so you can see, but I start off just using it like this with no attachments in the care mode to just roughly dry my hair to about 80% dry, which seems to go really quickly. When I do the rough drying all over, I find it goes really quickly to 80% dry, and then I start styling it with the styling attachment, that one. I'm not going to lie, I found it, I did have to have a few goes to get used to the way it dries. I found it quite difficult to direct this onto the right bit of hair, probably because I'm pretty hopeless with a hairdryer, but after a few goes it definitely got more intuitive and easier, and so far I'm really happy with the results. So I will pop all the info on this into the description box, so if you are interested in finding out more, please do click through using the links in the description box, and thank you again to Zuvi Life for sponsoring today's video. Okay, it is 10 o'clock. I have been to the dentist, had a checkup and a scale and polish. Now £79 poorer than I was half an hour ago. But my teeth feel lovely on the plus side. And I'm now at Aldi. I've been to the parcel shop and also the Royal Mail delivery office. End of parcel drops for 4 whole lovely days. I'm intending not to do any work over the weekend. Maybe a little bit on Monday after everybody's gone. But certainly not any for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, looking forward to that. Right. It's Thursday, it's Aldi, it's somebody told me in my comments when I said what day was it they put the new special buys out in the middle aisle, and apparently it's Thursday and something, it's Sunday and Thursday, or I can't remember, but one of them was Thursday anyway, so I'm going to go and have a look at what they've got and just get a few. I've got a Tesco order coming, a click and collect order for tomorrow morning for the main bulk of my weekend shopping, but I just need a few bits, so Will and Georgie have got a little snack when they get in at 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever time they're going to get in tonight, because Will's doing a full day's work in London, then he's getting the coach to Bath meeting Georgie, and then they're driving down from there, and his coach doesn't get into Bath till 10 o'clock, I think, 10 something, so it'll be a late arrival for them tonight. Right, Aldi's done. Wasn't too bad. It's got busy since I got into the car park. It's pretty full now, so I reckon I came at just the right time really, but got everything I needed, managed to avoid the middle shelf. I did have a look, there was nothing very exciting in it. And middle aisle, in fact, not middle shelf. And it was less than 20 quid, so you can't often say that when you visit a supermarket anymore, can you? So last stop of the morning before going home is I need to pick up a prescription from the big Boots on the retail park, so gonna head off there to get that, and then home. Right, I am home and it is time for breakfast. I've got raspberries, 0% fat honey yoghurt, which is actually quite nice. Greek honey yoghurt, that is, from Aldi, and Aldi granola on the top, which is also quite nice, which I think I showed you in last week's vlog. Quite impressed by it. Well, it's now about 12:30. Oh, it's 20 to 12. 20 to 12 already. I've just unpacked my shopping, tidied the kitchen, washed up, filled the dishwasher. Put my shopping away, none of which was worth showing you because it wasn't interesting, apart from this one. Do you remember I got the other squashes last week? I got last week, the week before. This one is really nice. I like this a lot. I haven't tried the other one yet, but I saw they had this raspberry one, so I picked that up on the basis that I really enjoyed the other one, and they're only 99p, which is a bargain. Right, I just also realised that the robot hoover, if you can hear him in the background, stalled just after I went out this morning because his driving wheel was stuck. He got himself embedded under the coffee table in the lounge. So I've just unbunged him up and it started him off again. I think I'm going to go, and I've just had a delivery as well actually. Should we go and open that? Because that's something that I've been looking forward to receiving. Let's do that. I'm not sure how well balanced you are there, so try not to fall off. Oh, I look like I've got a halo on my head there. Yeah, this has just arrived from Current Body, who I've worked with a couple of times before. But this one is just a PR gift. I have no obligation, I'm not working with them in order to promote it. They just asked if I would like to try it. So, it is the, let me get the bag open. I've been looking at these for a while, since before Christmas, and I really fancied one. I hadn't got around to buying one, so I'm quite lucky that they've sent me one. It's the New Face Mini, which is, let me see what they call it. What do they call it officially? It's a facial device. Just trying to find my glasses in the bottom of my bag. The curse of short sight is the Petite Facial Toning Device. So it tones, lifts and contours, and with this one you are supposed to see instant results. Somebody I follow on YouTube, Michaela McDade, got one and raved about it, so I am looking forward to trying that. If you are interested and want to know how it goes, let me know in the comments and I will do an update at some point. Right, I think I'm going to, I've got involved, I've half cleaned out the fridge and half not. I really need to properly clean out the fridge today, ready for the influx of weekend guests and food and cooking. So that's on my list. Oh, I know what else I'm going to do. I've got these that I bought the other day, which I've not seen flavoured ones of these before. Hang on, I need to put my glasses back on again. They are the water absorbing thingies. You put them in cupboards. I tend to put them in, I've got a couple of cupboards that do get a little bit, not quite damp, but dampish, I guess. Don't know what cupboards that are on outside walls of the house, I find they do get a little bit of dampness in them. A dehumidifier, that's what it's called. And I used to get them from Cherries, but Cherries is no more, which is sad. I really do miss Cherries. I used to get a lot of stuff from there in terms of all the heavy stuff. I used to like having it delivered to my door, like washing liquid and dishwasher tablets and all of that sort of stuff, and then comfort and all those things. Anyway, I used to get these and I saw them in Home Bargains for 99p. Never seen flavoured ones before. There's a vanilla one and a cherry one, so I'm going to go and put those in the two cupboards in my bathroom, in which I like to keep one of those, and then hang out the washing. Right, bit of a public service announcement for, sorry, I'm super hot. Public service announcement for anybody who's on HRT who pays for their prescriptions. I feel like it hasn't been widely advertised, although perhaps I'm wrong, that at the beginning of this month, April 2023, there is a new thing in England. I don't know whether it applies to Wales and Scotland, because I think you get free prescriptions there, but I could be wrong about that. There's a new thing that you only have to pay one fee a year of £19.30, and that covers almost all HRT. Now, you have to buy this online before you go to pick up your prescription. It's sort of like a prepayment thing. The reason I'm telling everybody this is that I'd almost completely forgotten about it, and then something in my head, it just clicked into my head when I went up to went to pick up my prescription this morning for HRT, and I asked the pharmacist, oh, has it come in yet? She said, oh yeah, it was at the beginning of this month. But I don't think she would have mentioned it to me had I not mentioned it to her. So anyone who pays for their, I'm only on one type of HRT, but I know a lot of you are on two different types, so that racks up quickly in terms of prescription charges. So if you go to, you search on Google NHS space PPC, no, HRT, this bit, HRT PPC, and you get to this page and you can buy your prepayment certificate for £19.30. You can click on here, oh no, hang on, not that bit, sorry, I haven't got my glasses on so I can't see. You can click on something on that page. If you read through it, it will show you all the different types of HRT that are covered. Sorry, I'm trying not to make you feel sick with all this moving about. And make sure your HRT is covered mine is. So I'm just going to buy I said to the lady at Boots, I said, well, I won't pay for it now, then I'll go and pay for the prepayment certificate and then come back in with that and collect my prescription then. So if you didn't know about that, it's a brilliant thing that all us ladies on HRT should be absolutely taking advantage of, because let's face it, the government are taking money off us left, right and centre for everything else, aren't they? As is everybody else. So a bit of a saving there for anybody on HRT. So just wanted to mention that. Right, it's just after 1, I think. Don't know where the morning's gone really. I've cleaned out the fridge. I'm going to have some lunch. A very eclectic selection of leftovers is today's lunch menu, just to use them up really. Then this afternoon I'm going to watch Rise and Fall. I think, is there anybody else watching Rise and Fall on Channel 4? It's a bit like The Traitors, not as good. I think it's made by the same people as The Traitors, that type of thing. So if you liked that, you'll probably like Rise and Fall. Sucks you in anyway. So I'm going to watch an episode of that, last night's episode, have some lunch. And I seem to miss morning coffee. I haven't had a cup of coffee this morning. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, this afternoon I need to get to grips with my menu planning for the weekend, get my order in for my Tesco Click and Collect, and I'm going to get ahead and make some barbecue sauce, homemade barbecue sauce, which is a really nice recipe. So I'm going to get that made. Then that's another job ticked off the list, plus getting all the rooms ready for the guests. I say all of them as though I've got some palatial mansion here full of spare guest bedrooms. 2 of them. Right, lunchtime. I feel like it's 4 o'clock and I feel like I've started my bank holiday weekend a bit early. I have struggled to get going this afternoon, but I have got most of the laundry and there was just a bit still drying on the line, and I've put that away. Made Will's bed up for him and Georgie. I've cleaned their bathroom. I use Will's bathroom. When he moved out, I decided to start using it rather than our ensuite, because it's nicer. It's a room that's been decorated and ours hasn't. So I've cleaned this all and put all their stuff in the shower for them, and all clean towels out for them there. And I had a cup of tea and a chat with Kirsten, who's having a very slow day in her shop this afternoon. So we had a chat and put the world to rights and talked about Easter plans, and we're meeting up in a week or so in Exeter. So looking forward to that. And I've done most of my Tesco order for the morning, and now I'm about to make barbecue sauce. So I will show you how I make my delicious barbecue. We start with 400, I'm doubling the recipe, it's a good food recipe. I will link it below in case anybody's interested. It's 200 grams, so I've doubled it, 400 grams of tomato ketchup. There's a little tiny bit of classic barbecue in there because I only had 378 grams of ketchup, and I must now add that to my shopping. Right, I'm then going to add 200 mils of cider vinegar, and then 200 grams of dark muscovado sugar. Next we go for 2 tablespoons of Worcester sauce. I love this because you just literally dump all the ingredients into the saucepan and you're good to go. You just heat it up, my kind of recipe. Next, 2 teaspoonfuls of smoked paprika. I'm going to do 2 good shakes like that, several shakes actually, let's be honest, and 1 more for luck. And then next I need to crush 1 garlic clove, so I'm going to do 2 because I'm double. Next we want the juice of half an orange, but that's going to be 1 orange. I haven't got an orange, I've got these little 3 of these little, I don't know, easy peelers or satsumas or something that I've had hanging around for ages and need using up. They weren't particularly nice. I bought them as eating ones, but they weren't great, so I'm just going to use those just to use them up. I reckon 3 will probably be equivalent to 1 orange. They weren't particularly juicy either, so excellent orange squeezer, by the way. This is actually a lemon and lime squeezer if you judge by the colours, but it works perfectly well for oranges as well. Right, this is what it now looks like, and we basically heat that up, melt all the ingredients together, and that becomes delicious barbecue sauce. I'd never make a cooking YouTuber. I missed an ingredient when I told you that lot. I had to add 30 grams of butter, so it's 15 grams of butter, but doubled. So we bring it up to the boil, we boil it for 3 to 4 minutes, make sure all the salt has, the sugar has dissolved, and then you can pop it into a jar, and it keeps in the fridge for, I think, it says up to 2 weeks, but I think I've kept it longer than that before. With the vinegar in it, it tends to preserve it, but yes, I'm going to go and find a jar. I'm going to pop that into the fridge. It's going to make the whole kitchen smell delicious any minute now. I didn't realise we still had this. This is listed as an optional ingredient, so I've just popped a couple of teaspoons of that in. It's liquid smoke. It's just a real smoky, wood smoky sort of flavour. It is literally like liquid smoke. It does what it says in the tin type of thing. All done. It may look a little bit unprepossessing, but that is 1 jar of delicious barbecue. It's 20 to 7 and Ashley's home. I have just about finished my shopping list, got a couple more things to add on to it, but I think we're just about there, ready for click and collect in the morning. And Will has called and said that he has decided just to go to Bath tonight and then to stay at Georgie's tonight, and then they're going to drive down tomorrow here, which I think is much more sensible. And it means I won't be worrying about them driving down tonight, because I wouldn't have been able to sleep till they got here, so it would have meant a very late night. So I'm kind of glad about that. Anyway, I'm going to run as they're not going to be here, I'm going to run this vlog into tomorrow. So I'm going to sign off for the evening, and I will see you again in the morning. Good morning. Excuse the unmade up face. It is Good Friday. Happy Good Friday, everybody. I'm just going to show you the gorgeous weather. If I can open the patio door. It's absolutely freezing. There was literally frost on the roof this morning and the ground. But it's a lovely day. The sun is shining. And yeah, it's looking nice. Our new garden furniture arrived. It's covered up at the moment. And I will show you that perhaps in the next vlog. Let's get inside so we can get some decent light. Now I've shown you the lovely weather. Just waiting for Ashley, and we're going to go and pick up the click and collect order. And there was a couple of things they missed off it, unsurprisingly. So we need to pop into Tesco's and get those, and generally get ready for the weekend. Apologies if I seem a little bit low energy this morning. It looks like our Easter weekend is probably not going to be what we thought it was going to be, due to another medical issue. That is the 3rd medical issue in 3 weeks, and I'm hoping that's it now, honestly. Not one that I particularly want to talk about on here, not me, but not mine to talk about either. But you know, when things are going on with people close to you, and it's just a worry, isn't it? And just, I was so looking forward to this weekend, and now it's just wrapped up with worry as well, you know. And that's just life, isn't it? It's just life, and we just have to get on with it. So I'm gonna finish this off here, frankly, because I don't have the bandwidth to vlog and be cheerful, as well as being cheerful, getting ready for the weekend and all the other stuff today. But I thought I'd just show you some of my Easter decorations. I know I did show you, excuse the mess on the table, I know I showed you that one a few weeks ago. That was sort of more of a springtime one. But I've just done a couple of others. I've done little lighty up sparkly eggs with the pastel coloured gnomes, gonks, elves, I don't know what they are, across there. And then I've done my little Easter tree down here. I ordered a mini eggs Easter egg to put the mini eggs into there, because I couldn't get mini eggs anywhere. And I've just seen on my Tesco order that they've replaced it. It was out of stock, so they've substituted it with a Cadbury's 12 Easter egg. So I'm going to be sending that one back, and I feel like we're just going to have empty nests this year. Empty nests with no mini eggs in. The universe is telling me there are no mini eggs for me. Anyway, by the time you see this, Easter will all be over. But I hope everybody had a lovely Easter weekend, and wherever you are in the world, and however you're celebrating, if you are celebrating, if you do celebrate Easter. And thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.